What's going on, guys? It's Greg Farley from the Wiseguys. I'm here with a little spice for Crusadia. You know, a lot of people have been asking me online, Facebook, YouTube. They hit me up with certain messages on there. But I'm just going to jump straight into the deck profile. This is how I interpret the deck. You can interpret it many different ways. Shout out to Brandon, aka Joey Wheeler, behind the camera. He's also having fun with the deck. The Wiseguys Field Center for the homies. You know, you can get yours for a small nominal fee. You see the crispiness.
I know, man.
It blinds you. Blinded by
Ooh,
the light.
look at that.
All right. Jumping straight to the deck profile, though, you got 3 Crusadia Maximus, a.k.a. Mech Knight Abram, with some body armor on. He went to the Mech Knights. He said, "What's up, man?" Whoop, whoop, whoop-de-whoop. And he got some armor that helps another monster do double battle damage. Card is insane. He's needed. He's the knockout punch in the deck, obviously. He's the knockout punch, clearly. Crusadia Draco. This is the Digivolve version of Crusadia. This is Crusadia Draco, but this is the World Chalice Guard Dragon. It's basically with some leveled up armor. All of these are World Chalice stuff, leveled up. This is the recursion card. You need this to chain block so that you can play around Ash. Ash does nothing to this deck, really. And even if it did, you play Call by the Grave, so it really doesn't matter that same way. But Crusadia Draco is a very powerful card. 3 Reclusia. Reclusia is the break sword in the deck. It's the flying break sword. It's 400 attack. If you special summon it, all of them have that effect. If you special summon it into a zone, their effects trigger whatever they may be, for the most part. So the recursion. This is the break sword. This is the spot removal. This card alone beats Cyber Dragon. Like, all by himself, he beats Cyber Dragon, because Infinity doesn't do anything to him, because they have to respond to him. And if you do that, which if I do Link, the Link is Chain Link 1 and this is Chain Link 2, you're going to stop this card. You have to, or you're just going to lose an Infinity for nothing. So he makes certain, like, one-off negations, like, irrelevant, which is interesting. It's like break swords, sun or something. You got 3 Leonis. Leonis is very strong. He's the piercer in the deck. He helps your monsters do piercing. Whatever is pointing at him, the Link monster has piercing. The Crusadia monster has piercing. There's some plays that I'll get into later, which make him nuts, and actually low-key the best one. But if you're not playing that tech, then he's a nice little push for game. If they have like a scapegoat, he makes scapegoat suck, which if you see tokens left on the field, your opponent's in trouble, because they're gonna get hit for a lot. This is the best one to me. Ouroboros, Arboretum, shout out to Tree. She's like Sacred Tree or something in Japanese. But she's the Return of the Dragon Lords for Crusadia. She's the defense that the deck needs. If the deck didn't have her, the deck would be totally irrelevant. People still don't know about this deck, which I think is a mistake, because being able to get one-shotted by a deck that you have no idea what it does, it falls into the category of Infernoid, Mermail, Yosenju when it first came out. That's not quite the same. But she helps the deck survive and have defense. And a deck with defense means it can at least compete. If a deck doesn't have defense, it cannot compete. That's it for the Crusadias. Again, they all special summon, just like this special summons. But this is World Legacy World Crown, which is a target for Equimax, with food for Equimax. But also, it negates an extra deck monster's effect completely and destroys it.
Really?
Negates the activation and destroys it. So this card can answer Sky Striker stuff. It can answer any extra deck monster that activates its effect, as long as you can respond to it. And this card will definitely save you in some key games. And this is the defense. It falls in their defensive category. It special summons into a zone the Link monster points to, and it gives it 2,000 anyway. So it's like, it's free and it's a powered defensive card, which I find interesting. This is 3 of my tech. You don't have to play these. You can play Mech Knights, which is the other variant of this deck that I actually enjoy. 3 Cyber Dragon, all from different eras. Cyber Dragon is free. I go second anyway. Cyber Dragon is very free. It outs the Goki stuff. If you happen to play against Cyber Dragon, They leave a bunch of machines on the board. They leave an infinity on the board.
It's called game, sir.
Yeah, it's called game. You can normal summon one of the Crusadias, make the Link 1 after you special summon the Cyber Dragon first, and then contact fuse something with Mega Fleet, or into Mega Fleet or into Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Cyber Dragon, it's come up so much. You can also play as a flyer card. It's like a little kite. It's okay, but this actually answers something every time. It's bad when you go first, obviously, but I'm not trying to go first. We were never going first. And then 3 Ash Blossom. These could be impermanents or Veilers or something. I just feel like Ash is the best hand trap, like overall, all time, besides Maxi. So she just handles everything that you need, really. Impermanence is probably the way to go, but I've sold impermanents so many times that I just stopped collecting them. Probably gonna pick them up again. The Kaiju package, I'm playing 3 instead of 4. Some people play 4, but I don't want to keep drawing Kaijus. And all I need to do is draw Slumber. If you draw Slumber, the game is over rapidly, because 2 Kaijus on the board is game, because you're gonna have a Link monster pointing at 2 different
You said
Kaijus.
game?
Yeah, the deck is already like, okay, game. That's what the deck does. But when you play Slumber, the game is over immediately if you have a Crusadia in your hand. If you have 2 in your hand, the game is over, like without a doubt. But you need to be able to keep playing. But like Maximus plus one of them, Maximus plus this is game. Like without even trying. I played Double Desires. This could be Pinpoint Landing. Pinpoint Landing is a tech that this deck can play. Desires, I feel like I always want to have another name. And I feel like you can't. Pinpoint Landing depends on you already doing something, whereas Desires can just blind grab something, which you need. And then I have protection for that card anyway. Rhoda, because the water girl is a warrior. Or Bora. 3 Call by the Grave, because you need to walk through people's hand traps. A lot of OTK decks, you should just play 3 Call by the Grave, so you can just power through whatever you need to power through. 2 Twin Twisters for back row decks. These could be this could be another of a Crusadia card that I'll get into, but True Draco and certain annoying decks like that are in the meta, and
You said they still around?
yeah, they're still around till they get rid of Demise or something intelligent like that.
Yeah. Give them the axe.
Yeah. Twin Twister, you don't have to have it. It can also be Hatronade. That's a very powerful card as well. World Legacy, Succession, and Reborn. Reborn is better than this card. Some people play 2 of this, and I'm like, why wouldn't you just play Reborn?
Ooh, that's a beautiful Reborn.
It's Hobby League. Don't call me out at a tier 1 event.
Look at that, boys. Hobby League. Woo!
And then
Yeah,
World
there you
Legacy, Succession, if special into a zone the Link Monster is pointing to. Reborn is hilarious because, you Kaiju something, like I Kaiju the Firewall, and then Reborn the Firewall into the zone my Link Monster was pointing to, and it was hilarious.
Hey.
Because I bounced the Kaiju and then did it again.
Greg, you're dirty. You're dirty. It's absolutely dirty.
It's bad. It's had a little bit of local success. I'm still, trying stuff out with the deck, but the deck is strong. Anybody that thinks it's not a legitimate threat or something you have to pay attention to, you haven't been playing anybody, because the deck is pretty good. The deck is honestly pretty good. It has defense, recursion, offense.
When you can take somebody's head off.
Yeah.
Hey. That's all the United States players want to do is take somebody's head off. Come on, man.
It's a deck meant for America for sure. Crusadia Vanguard, Crusadia Power, and Crusadia Revival. I played 1 of each. You could play multiples of this one. I don't think you should play multiples of this, and I don't think you should play multiples of this. This gives your monsters protection for being attacked while Link Monster is pointing to them, and it moves monsters on and off the field, which it's like a Smoke and Mirrors type card or a 3-card Monty type card. It's a good card. You can one of the combos you can take. You could take Ouroboros off the field, or take any of them off the field, and summon the Reclusia, and then pop something, and then protect it with this. There's plenty of plays you can do, or you can get something back with the recursion card, which is Draco.
Oh, okay.
It's a very strong card. Crusadia Power is Voids here, and Voids here in Infernoid form. You remember those days with Necros and all those decks. Void Seer just doesn't care about anything that you're doing.
Right.
And this is the same thing. It's not quite the same, but it's a very strong card.
Now, does it protect all of the Crusadia monsters or what?
It protects all of them, which is nuts. But it allows OTKs to go off. It's just that Call by the Grave is better than this card, and that's why I'm only playing one. Twin Twist would be the card that I would adjust, but the meta right now, you know, these back row decks, I hate Altergeist and I hate True Draco, so I don't want to deal with that. And then Crusadia Revival turns all your Crusadia's Link monsters mainly, it turns them all into Purgatrio. And we all know what Purgatrio does.
You said what?
It turns them all into Purgatrio, which is just...
So you said they can attack all monsters? What?
Yes, and it gives them 500. So it gives the Link, it gives all of them 500, and then your monster can attack everybody once each, which that's not that important, but the 500 kind of comes up, and then being able to punch through a whole bunch of stuff, you know. Like I've had this card alone. The guy had Scapegoats and I had Leonis with a Equimax, and that's all I had. But to be able to attack everything, I attacked for game basically. You know, 2 or 3 Scapegoats, it was game over, and I didn't even have a Maximus. I just attacked.
Wow.
Attack, game. And you can do that with the lower links as well.
Huh.
Getting into the side deck, I played 3 red reboot. You need to just not care about people's back row. It's really a fly on my hand in the middle of a video. 3 reboot. You just need to ignore people's back row and just not care about anything that they're doing. This should be Hatronade. I just traded it and gave it to a friend. Hatronade just bounces everything, which is just what you need. But this handles Floodgates. It's like another reboot. Twin Twister, the third one. 3 Shared Ride for when you go first, because they're going to make you go first because they just got decapitated. And then 3 Drolling Locks for when you go second. This comes up in game 3 a lot. These could be a lot of different stuff, but for the most part, being able to control the pace is everything. Shared Ride is weird in this deck because you're not really going to stop them. You only play 3 Ash, but if you can have Equimax, this guy, if you can have Equimax with Shared Ride behind it to start, you're not going to die. Especially if you have Ouroboros, which is the tree girl. If you have her in the grave, you're not going to die, and then you're just going to draw a bunch. Like that happened against Spiral a few times, where Spiral couldn't kill me. And once they couldn't kill me, or once I did the Crusadia power, you weren't going to kill me, and then I just draw. And when you finally tried to do something, I was like, okay, power.
So, can you explain maybe one of your duels this weekend?
I just, you know, I have a couple of friends. I have friends and locals that play Spiral, and they play. They played very well. It's just, what are you gonna do? Like, I activate power in response to tough, and for the rest of the turn, you know, you can sleeper, you can unicorn, you can firewall. You can't do anything, so it doesn't mean anything. So, if I have Ouroboros plus this, you're never gonna kill me that turn ever. It's kind of like Effect Veiler behind Azure Eyes and Blue Eyes. You can't do anything, and if you can't do anything, you know, you're kind of stuck.
Right.
So that was it for those. And then the rest of my side deck, this is what everybody knows about, but I wanted to explain it. The level 2 target I play is Elephant, but the combo basically, and it's only gonna evolve when Needle Fiber comes out.
Oh, that
Rescue
card.
Cat, yeah, Needle Fiber doesn't need to exist, but it's going to. Rescue Cat is going to summon these 2. So let's just do that. So those are the last 4 in my side deck. But you summon these 2, and then you make Nat Beast, right? Or you can summon these 2, and if you summon these 2, this becomes the most powerful normal summon in your deck, because then you have materials already. And you just need to be careful where you place them, obviously. I'm not really worried about that right now. But this can you can main this card. It's just Ash is awful. You know, if you're normal and Ash happens, then suddenly Ash becomes relevant against this deck, and I don't like that too much. That's my theory on it. I can be wrong, but this can be the worst normal summon or the best normal summon, and that's the theory behind that card. But making that beast in a meta with Sky Strikers is basically that. Getting into the extra deck, 3 of the boss, the man himself, Equimax. The card is on crack. I don't know why they would make a card like this that just gives people a knockout punch like that. But it is what it is with that. He can negate a card once per turn that's face up. It can already be there. It can be activated. So it's like Contrast Neos, but actually good. You know, Contrast Neos was insane, but nobody ever played it in Heroes. I'm a Hero player, so I enjoyed the deck. Shout out to Walker, Cosgrove. Crusadia Regulex it searches a spell and trap that Crusadia, so it searches one of them. It searches these. And then you can chain block in this deck with the links, which is very important. And then 3 of the guy that searches for the monster. And these are all very important. And you can chain block with these 6, so, you know, that comes up a lot. And then for my techs, the Chimera tech for when I play Cyber Dragons, I die laughing. I've also played Cosmo, and that was even funnier. And then Mega Fleet. And you can select the number of materials that you use with Mega Fleet. So you can special summon Cyber Dragon, normal summon one of them, put a link right here, put him right here. Summon that, summon this into the zone up under that, trigger it that way. All off of the Cyber Dragon that was free anyway. So it's interesting. And then last we got 2 of the Nightmares. A Borolo, this could be something else, or a Boro Sword. And then that beast. That beast is the knockout against certain decks. If they can't respond to it with impermanence.
This guy is playable again in format?
Yeah.
What?
That's pretty much the deck profile. A lot of people have been asking me about it, so thought I'd throw it out there and help a brother out or two. Shout out to the Wiseguys, Brandon Sky, Trey. There's like 20 of us, 40 of us in total in 2 different teams. But yeah, we're focused. We're on the up and up. We got deck profiles coming. Cyber Dragons. We won a couple box tournaments around the country. Got the UDS coming up. I'm taking the title. And shout out to everybody in Kansas City.
He's got to go against Frames.
Yeah, nobody's worried about Frames.
All right.
Actually, this deck does, because what the hell are you going to do against that? That's 2 different paces, but I appreciate it.
Have a good one, Greg Farley.